securing our borders, and it is not limited to legal ports of entry. I would say securing all our borders, illegal ports of entry and the legal ports of entry. I have, in fact, made recommendations as to how we can effectively secure our borders, and I've made those recommendations. And as you would have said, I have publicly stated those, and I've said and stated others at other fora.
Okay, there are a number of investigations that has been going on for a while. You just commented the flying squad investigation is almost complete. Could you give us an?
No, I didn't say that. I just want to correct it. I just want to correct your statement. I said the investigation was completed and submitted to the Director of Public Prosecutions on December the 22nd. So it's not almost complete. It was completed and submitted to the Director of Public Prosecution on December the 23rd, 2013.
And could you give us a preview of some of the things found in that investigation?
No, what I can tell you is that a comprehensive investigation was done, and it resulted in voluminous material in the context of statements and documents. It has been sent to the DPP. The DPP is now the one to advise us on the way forward.
But would we see or probably see persons arrested, charged for perjury or other
well, as soon as the DPP would have completed his assessment, he will advise us, and coming out of that advice, I will again inform the media of the outcome.
Mr. Or, the association, anyone who chooses to answer. Okay, you have expressed satisfaction in terms of the promotion and where it has reached that kind of thing. Now, one of your complaints recently, there was that call for all hands on deck. And you said the promotion would have affected, if there was no promotion, it would have affected that. Could you tell us now that the promotion has arrived, if we will see all hands on deck fighting the crime situation in Trinidad and Tobago?
Well, prior to meeting with the Commissioner of Police, we would have had a meeting with the members of the 2nd Division, who are the group of persons who have this concern about promotion. And coming out of that meeting, what the members expressed mostly is that they don't mind recommitting themselves. They don't mind going the extra mile, but the thing that hinders them psychologically would have been the issue of promotion. And as I would have said to the Commissioner, in terms of carrying that message from the membership, that you would have basically injected some life into the membership. You would have basically reminded them to go back and revisit the principles that surround nobility in policing in terms of giving more of yourself when you, by acceding to the recommendation from them. So I think what you would really see is a more vibrant policing taking place, because the membership will now be satisfied that their call for a remedy to be effected in relation to their complaint has been acceded to by the person who is in charge of them, who is calling on them to perform.
And what are your recommendations for the police officers to become a little more vibrant than even how vibrant they are now? What are your recommendations for better performance, better detections in terms of police officers?
One of the things we want to do as an association, and in conjunction with the Commissioner, we would have had that discussion too coming out of that meeting. That also came on the heels of us having a meeting with the Commissioner, which was yesterday. And we have made a firm commitment to the Commissioner in terms of partnering going forward. And I say that for one reason, that the Commissioner would have invited us as an association to come to him when he's formulating new strategies and going forward, that we can partner with him and take back that message to the membership. And in that context also, we have our own strategies that came from the body of men who would have met with us from the 2nd Division. And the point about it is that those men have expressed their commitment once the issue of promotion has been resolved. For us today, that issue is now on the way. So that recommitment will be generated in type of activities you would see from henceforth.
The question is, what next?
Just to further it, as we go forward, we are meeting on Tuesday, the association executive and the police service executive, as we engage the association as the key representative of the internal stakeholders for they to advance their recommendations how we can further improve the police service as we plan. So we are meeting all stakeholders, internal, external stakeholders, taking on board all suggestions, all recommendations for us to improve the police service and improve policing in Trinidad and Tobago.
Yeah, my last question to you, and this is not personal as regards the acting commissioner. The concern about the promotion to commissioner, and we continue to have this thing going around and companies, and you're getting the companies advertising, and if it should be a foreign and if it should be a local. In terms of the association, what you recommend now within the next 6 months or so for the reality of a commissioner to become, whether it's this acting commissioner or anyone else, what's your recommendation to have a permanent commissioner, whether local or foreign? What's the recommendation of the association?
Well, one of the things that the association would have articulated continuously is that it undermines the credibility of the organization by not treating with the issue of appointing a substantive person to the position. And when you look at the general environment in policing, and you look at your second division police officers, and you look at they are complaining that their morale has been depleted, their motivation has been paralyzed. And the key issue stands out as non-promotion. And yes, you would see the recurring problem in the second division and even in the first division. Acting. So that we have always laid it straight at the feet of the Service Commission and the Police Service Commission, that they are calling on performance, but key issues that are intrinsic to improving performance are not being dealt with. And we want to reiterate our position there, that it is not a satisfactory position to continuously postpone the issue of appointment and wait for the legislation to be amended to meet what is being recommended. There's a current legislation in place, and you should start to use it. If you get the change during the course, so be it. But we look at the last time we had a substantive person in the position, and we look at how much time would have elapsed, and we maintain. If you had started the process, we would have had reached a point where we would have had a substantive appointment. So there's a lot of expectations for us in terms of a response to that. And we maintain that you undermine the value and the importance of intrinsic motivation when you do not move in the direction of appointing persons to substantive positions in the position.
And I'm going to add to that too.
Should it be should that person be Trinidadian or a foreigner?
The association, we have had many experiences. On the last occasion, we would have acceded to the position and said, if you wanted to go on a foreign position, we would have tried it, and we maintain that position. But we have had the experience both externally and locally. And the current thrust of the membership is that we intend to stay local when it comes to policing.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, and do have a blessed day.